Hello, testing. I guess I'm not testing. Now I'm testing. Hello. Testing, testing. Oh, I gotta change it. Gotta change the. Alright, here we go. Alright, we got one person in. How are you? Say hi or something. What are we doing today? What we are doing today is music editing for films. That is putting finished music cues in sync to picture based on requests from the old client. So let's see, what am I looking for here? Really, you should be doing all this stuff before you go live, but hey, if I was a wise boy, I'd not be doing my job in front of a live audience. Well, I say an audience, usually a couple people. But yeah, who do we have? Who do we have in the chat? Say hi. Give us a little shout. Alright, I think I remember what I'm doing now. Yeah, I remember what I'm doing now. Cool. Those are my old experimentations. Okay. So I'm just gonna start, and maybe people will join. If you have joined, just tell us your questions if you have any. All right. So what you see in front of you here is a huge project full of different videos. These are yoga instructional videos. Each of them is an hour long. Um, and I was hired to write music for this yoga series. So I was hired to write 7 music cues for the series, and I did that. And together, the duration of all the 7 cues, well, I wrote 8 cues, and the duration of all the 8 cues together is an hour. And then each video is an hour. But obviously, what we don't want to do is to just go for every video, just go Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8, and then fill that 1 hour the exact same way for 20 videos in a row. And each of the cues has a certain mood. So some of them are relaxing, some of them are more kind of designed to be, put in the energetic part of the video. And so, yeah, so, there are parts in the yoga video where it's a lot of kind of like fast movements, energetic stuff, warming up. Then there are some kind of relaxing bits. Then in the end, usually it's just like a meditation kind of situation. And the duration of each of these stages between videos change. So I have to edit these musical cues to those. And basically, based on what's going on in the video, for example, my Q1 is only 6 minutes long, and sometimes that first stage where that Q1 goes is 10 minutes long. So I need to make this cue longer. Now, what I don't want to do is go back to the project files of each of these cues and do any kind of editing from there. So instead, I have a workaround with this click track structure. Let me change the color of this real quick so that you can see it better. So each of these cues, each of these 7 cues has its own tempo, its own kind of feel. Some of them are in the same key, some of them are not. And each one of them has this guide clicks track that goes below it. And this is what allows me to work, first of all, independently of click. So independent of the tempo of this project, because these tempos are different from this track to this track, which is a lot faster and a lot more energetic. So this little file helps me A, remain independent from the click, and B, I can loop or shorten my cues without even really having to listen to it, or at least not having to listen to the whole track, but just listening to the excerpts that I'm shortening or lengthening. And here's how you make those. So this is, for example, the project for Q4. So the click on this one works, and I have these little click guides here. Essentially what I'm doing is that I'm listening to the music, and I have my, well, let me check my tap to transient settings. Yeah. So in in my transient detection settings for tabbing, I have used 0 crossings. So what I'm doing is I'm going through my song, and not necessarily at the start of every measure, but at the start of every phrase, at the start of every chord progression cycle. What I do is I tap to the first transient of the song, then I go to my track below, and I insert what is a 1 frame long 1000 hertz sine tone. So that's all it is. It's sometimes called 2-pop in film circles and stuff like that. And all that is a media file. I have 2-pop mono and 2-pop stereo. So this is my 2-pop mono. It's just, this is what it sounds like. Let me exclusive solo it. That's it. It's just a little beep, and that's all it does. So why is this useful? The reason this is useful is that, so I go through my song again, like I know this is a full phrase. It's 8 measures, but I know it comes back around. And as you can see, I've already made the clicks for this. So you make clicks, 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 clicks. I'll just make one at the end. See right here, there's something going on. It's like a phrase. And so yeah, I go from start to end of the project, and then I just go back to the beginning of project and I place one of these there. It always goes in the wrong spot anyway. And I will go to the end of my project. Oops. And I'll go to the end of my project. I'll come back. Whoops, I screwed that up. Let's go to my end of project, come back 1 frame, and I place one. Whoopsie daisies. And I place one right here. I'll make sure to like align the end perfectly. So that's like that. And then I just glue the structure. And I get, well, if I went through the whole song, I would get something like this. Okay, so far so easy. So now let's just close this and go, or I'll keep it open. Maybe somebody will have a question or something later about it. All right. So now in my project, I have these click guides. So if I, for example, want to shorten a song, right? All I have to do, these 2 items are grouped, as you can see, and usually this one is muted. We don't want to hear those beeps. I'm just using the transient of these beeps to know exactly where to cut on my music. So I can tap to this cue, and I do X to split. I tap to this cue, I do X to split, and then I just, whoops, and then I just remove this file that item in the middle. And now if I just put a, now if I just put a little fade here, now this part will flow into that part. It'll be perfectly in time, and hopefully it would sound smooth. If it's not, we'll take it from there. Yep. I think that's barely noticeable, right? And similarly, well, let me undo this. Similarly, if I want to lengthen anything, I can again tap to this transient. Maybe not there. Let me show you on another song. This track is a lot more energetic, a lot more tempo heavy. So what I can do is I can, for example, cut the audio here, and then I can go over here and cut this, and I can delete this. Then I can duplicate this, and then I just drag this all the way back, put a little fade here, and now I have lengthened my track. So this is a really good workaround to make yourself independent from the click when you're working with multiple musical elements that all have different tempos. Like, I don't want to be tempo mapping. This would just take way too long, right? These videos are an hour long, so just kind of listening through to what I did once takes an hour. So it's just not viable to like be tempo mapping things and stuff like that. I just go through it. Let me show you like one of the finished cues. So I just go through, and on the video, the client has put in where they want each cue to go, and based on that I know, oh, I have to lengthen this one, maybe I had to shorten this one, and so on. So I'm not actually listening to all these parts. I'm just finding where the cues are, and I don't also listen to all of the cues because again it will take too long, and that's how I work. And so I mean, if anybody has any questions up to this point, let me know. Otherwise, we got 3 new videos to do, so let's get to it. And as you can see, I don't have any markers on this project. Working in one project can be kind of annoying in many ways. Like if you put markers, after a while, you're at marker 32. It's no longer easy to navigate to them. Automation is like its whole thing, stuff like that. But I like it because it's a very simple structure. I have some simple effects, a reverb and a delay. I have some EQ action to like fade, which you'll see in a second. So I don't want to like open a new project for each video. I'm doing 3 videos a day. They're 3 hours each. So I have an 8-hour day to cut music to 3 1-hour videos, right? Yeah. So one project is fine, and then I have all these cues ready. So here's a new project. And oh yeah, what I was saying about the markers is that if I go to extensions, marker utilities, marker set, I've done tutorials about this, so check those out if you will. And what I got here is marker sets for each of these different episodes. So let's open, I don't know, episode 8 and load it. And you can see that I have a region, which I used to do the bouncing in the end. And then I got these cues. And basically, I watched the video. They have put on the video where they want the cue to change. And I place markers there. When I'm done with the episode, I just save it as a marker set, which you can do. Blah, blah, save marker set. And now I have, again, fresh markers to start this new project with. And then I'll save that, move to the next project, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all this stuff. I'm going to press E, which for me, E is move selected items to edit cursor. So now just my cues are a little closer to my project. I'll bring this here, and I'm going to lock the video. Now I'm just spotting the video for where to put which marker. So this one starts at Q2, We go a while. It's really funny to watch yoga in fast motion. So around here, I think there should be a change. That's a nice shot. I mean, this stuff hasn't been color graded and things like that, but I think, they spent a lot of money on the cinematography of this baby. Um, so, and they're spending money on the music, which is nice for me because usually people are looking to spend $100 on the music, but they, wanted original music, and then they wanted like professional music editing. I'm actually not mixing these. I don't have the voiceover for these. That will happen later. Normally, you would have the voiceover and you would also edit around the voiceover, but in their case, they wanted to do voiceover after they had the music. So the narrator wanted to match her voice to my music editing, which I thought was curious. But hey, when you're hired to do stuff, you don't ask questions. You just go, oh, okay. That's what you do. I think while I was yapping, okay, there it is. So I'm just looking for when this cue changes. They could have also given me EDLs, but the video editor seems to be new to DaVinci. So I was just like, hey, let me make this simple for you. I'll do this step. If I wasn't yapping over the internet, I'd already be halfway done with this. Let me know in the comments if you have questions, and also let me know, is the quality good? You hear me okay? You hear everything fine? I mean, I guess there's nothing to hear right now. And we go to Q5 right on this frame. Q5. Let me just play some music right here so that. Let me know if y'all hear that. Yeah, let me know if y'all hear that. And music-wise, I mean, this was totally new territory for me. Making relaxed, ambient, like yoga music is so far from what I normally do, but I had fun doing it, and I learned a lot, and I kind of discovered kind of new processes, something like that. Because what happens, or what happened in this case, is that I needed to make music that's very like loopable and shortenable. So normally, like what I really like composing things that are different tempos, different time signatures, also just phrases that start not on the start of the measure, but in the middle or something. So for this one, I had to break all those rules. Everything starts at 1. I actually composed some of it with Wise, which is a video game audio implementation software, and it has some cool like looping functions and stuff like that. So it was a cool challenge, and we already spotted the music. I'm just going frame by frame to find the frame where it changes. Wow, 5 people. That's like Woodstock for my channel. What are y'all up to? Tell me some interesting facts. Let me know your questions, and then I'll go to the end. Oh, wrong window. I'll go to the end and I go LFOP, last frame of picture. So no music should get behind this area. So I have some effects and stuff like that, real simple, like organic stuff. But as we get through as we start editing, I'll show you what these do. All right, so now I have my cues here, and these are the cues. So I gotta grab Q2, and I go copy, because these are the originals. I don't want to touch them. I select my MX1, I select my first cue, and I paste it. As you can see, it's slightly shorter, so we gotta lengthen it. And then I gotta grab Q3, copy, track 2, select music track 2, put it there. This one's much shorter, so we gotta really lengthen it, like loop like entire sections of it, which is no biggie. Q4, it's my favorite cue, by the way, if anybody was wondering. And yeah, this one's just okay. It's just a few loops and we're done. Let's see, Q5, copy that, go to marker 4, go to track 2, splaps. Q7. Q7 is alright. I wrote it in minor and they were like, can you write the whole thing in major? So I did. Essentially transpose it to the same key in major. But then just something about it went away. It was sounding like halfway Pink Floyd-y, halfway like, I don't know, relaxing, but then suddenly it became all major and just became relaxing. I hate anything that's relaxing. My whole aim with composing is to put my dream is one day for somebody to think of my music as they're about to commit suicide. I think that would be. And then this is Q3 without voice. So with some of the cues, we have some versions that are just a slight variation on the original cue. So Q3 has some voices in it, some vocals, and there's a no vocal version as well. So all right, our project is laid. We got to lengthen a bunch of cues. There's nothing to shorten on this one. So, well, I guess, yeah, I even have to lengthen the last one. So cool. Do one last check that I imported. So Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q7, and good. And yeah, as you can see, we're not using all 8 cues. In this one, we're just using 6. And now we're ready to work. Any monitoring effects? I don't have any monitoring effects that changes the sound that I'm hearing. So I have a frequency analyzer, I got a loudness meter, spectrograph, you know, looking for clicks or whatever. I got a meter bridge, which is a VU meter plus a correlation meter right here. I got this EQ. It's not, again, it's totally flat. I just really love the way this plugin analyzes frequency content. It kind of does it in a musical way. It may not be a fully like accurate representation, but it's similar to how we perceive music, which I really like. And finally, I have an ozone imager. But all of these are just actual metering plugins. None of them change the sound at all. Because, you know, the mix for this has already been done and somebody else mastered it. I'm just, you know, lengthening and shortening it, essentially. So now that we're done with this, make a region, session 7. This is how I would make these 3 and then render all 3 of them. And then I'm going to go marker, utilities, save. And I go session 7. So when I'm done with this session, I can delete these markers so I get my hotkeys back. 1, 2, 7. All right, rock and roll. We gotta make this one longer. By this point, I've been doing this so often that it gets a lot easier. I know exactly like what track needs what, but at the beginning it took a little trial and error. So this track has a really kind of like warm mastering, but at the beginning I just hear way too much noise. Analog noise, man. So I just kind of fade it in, not with volume, but with my high cut frequency. So just a, just a low pass filter. Maybe even it doesn't hit exactly on the first chord. This song is so slow, it kills me to listen to. But hey, again, you do what the client wants. So, whoops, where did I go? I'll butterfingers as soon as I go live. So yeah, I know this track kind of kicks off here, and we only need like a few things. this is what I'm gonna do. So again, I just tabbed to this high transient data, which I also locked, but maybe let me just make it a little bigger. I just tab to this high energy transient, tab to the next high energy transient, then I'll delete this and I'll duplicate this. And without having a click, without having this tempo map to my project you can say doesn't have a tempo, or without listening to any click, I know that I just looped kind of 2 iterations of the chord progression. I need to put a fade on it and stuff, but yeah, we'll do that. So the cue that we started is a lot more kind of low energy, so it's good to take the later cue and kind of extend it a bit. It's like a nice landing kind of thing, and now boom, we're here and we have some to spare kind of deal. So what I can do is splap, kind of a fade like this. And then for these tails, I also just send it a little bit to the reverb, just to give it a little more kind of like interest as the other thing comes in. And I will actually put a real life fade on it as well. Okay. So Q2 and Q3, kind of key-wise, are very different. Or they're not different, they're actually the same key, but at the beginning of this one, there's a little bit of, there's a passage that's not in the same key. I just couldn't help myself. So here we're back to E flat major. For the beginning part, we're not. So what I'm actually gonna do, this is a good trick to show. So okay, say I want this track to end here. Most people's instinct is to edit it back here and put a fade. However, let's see what this sounds like. See, to me, this doesn't feel like a natural decay. It feels like we turned down a song. However, if I cut little bits out of this and then delete this bit, maybe just cut this bit a little bit, and then I crossfade these, it'll sound a lot more like it's actually decaying, because we'll get to the tail of the sound here. Oh, that was a little too much. Can do it real long fades. Still not happy with it. Maybe make this longer. Oh, now I made it longer. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. I'm like, it normally works. I'm just gonna delete this automation and do it after we... Whoa there! Yeah. I guess I should have unchained. Yeah, so this decay sounds a lot more natural to me. Yeah, it sounds a lot more kind of like a natural decay, rather than just putting a straight fade before the song has ended. Like if I just fade from here, it wouldn't sound as smooth. It would sound like somebody was just like, all right, turn it down, move to the next song. And now by the time we get to this cue, we barely remember what key we were in. Or maybe not. I definitely forget. All right. Any questions so far? Let me know. Is this fun for anybody? You're literally watching a human being work. But I don't know. A lot of the stuff I do live streams on, I've not really seen any tutorials on them. And I should be doing tutorials, but doing a detailed tutorial takes me like a full day of work, and a live stream takes less. Maybe I'll edit this into a proper tutorial. Alright. What key were we in? Nobody knows. This one we gotta lengthen a lot. So, a good amount. Like, blap. Like 3 minutes it needs to be lengthened. And the cue itself is 8 minutes. So we just gotta grab like big sections of this and loop them. What I'm gonna do is a little bit of this. Delete, duplicate, do a little fade. I don't like that, so I'm gonna make it longer. I'm gonna shift it a bit. Maybe like this. So that's how it starts. Now we're looping back to the beginning. Pretty small. Is this video all you had to work with? It's a little, yeah. I mean, the video is not edited, and also it's a low quality video because they're, full quality exports are like 20 gigabytes. So we have it. We kind of export like 480p just so it'd be a low size file because it's an hour long. And yeah, there's no voiceover, which I was like, yo, I would love to hear voiceover, and I could like actually mix my music around your voiceover. But they were like, no, we want to hear your music, and then I want to do the voiceover knowing where the music cues go. So I was like, all right, but it's weird to me. But it's fine. It's totally doable. Oh, this happens. So when you have a grouped item and then you duplicate it, the duplicate will be also grouped. So now these 4 items are grouped. And the solution to that is Shift Control X, X-Frame, group selected items vertically by position. So you select a bunch of items. So let me do this again. Now if I selected, all of these are selected. So with the selected items, splap, and now this and these two and these two become grouped together. So this is something I have to do quite often with grouped items. All right, so yeah, so I'm just kind of looping each of these segments one time. Shublap, shublap, shubloinks, blap. Put a little fade here. Listen to it. I like that. Maybe. It works for me. Extend. I can probably make a custom action out of these two, but I don't know. I also want to have some semblance of doing it manually and not fully leaving it to be automated. Because then if I automate it, I'd have to check that, and that will probably take me longer than actually just doing it myself. Side rant, I have this project time thing, which is really cool. It'll show me exactly how many hours I work for every client. And when I close the project, this will be closed. And I can also pause it if I'm like yapping on YouTube instead of actually working. And then I'll know exactly kind of how much per hour I made from a project. Side. Alright, slap, delete, click, Command and D to duplicate, put a little fade, select this one, Control Shift and X to maybe a little longer. Really smooth, no clicks, no need to even really listen to it. Have I already mentioned that a quadrillion times? Yeah, Arya, we get it. One time with this one. Actually, this one does have that little fluttery action. So let's try to loop it, but usually it doesn't work out too well. See, that's a problem, right? So we have two ways of dealing with this. I can hold shift and bring this cue back a little bit. It'll remain in tempo, as you can see. Kick. Let's try this. We'll try both ways, but I know this will not work out like amazingly. Let's try it. Oh, too late to the party. Still too late to the party. Let's just bring it back like. Ooh, that. And now I can actually make this fade shorter. This is not normally how I would do it. Yeah, that works, right? And now we're just looping the whole thing again. Now remove this bit. I love this bit, if I may say so myself. I sometimes hate the projects that I work on when I'm working on them. I composed these kind of like near Christmas time last year. And then you come back to them after a few months, you're like, hey, these are all right. That needs to be a little... maybe like this, maybe a little short. No, it sounded better before. And then this is a little break. So in between here, there's like too much of a break. It's hard to loop this one. It'll be noticeable. So I'll just go back to the next iteration. And it's all repetitive work from here on out, really. But Hey, this is what pays. Catch that. Still need a good amount of looping and lengthening. Then there's another break here. And then it all kicks off. I'm just actually gonna this time loop this entire section. Splap. Maybe even 4 times. And now all of these are grouped, so just Control Shift and X. I'm gonna put an arbitrary amount of fades on all of them. Oh yeah, we got that thing going. So actually, maybe this would sound better. Well, let's try it. Nope. What? We just gotta do a long one. And we gotta make sure to not. Whoopsies. To not include that little tidbit. Oh, I guess this one works Oh, thank you, Mpinchen, for letting me know. I'll try to pause the music as I talk over it, but also let me just go ahead and bring this down a little more. Turn myself up a little bit. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, bonjour, Smudge, from Mastering in the Box. I always got to give a shout out to you because, yeah, I'm learning a lot about mastering, and mastering is something I was never too interested to master. No pun intended, but also just never thought I'd really be good for it, and now I'm kind of learning some mastering stuff. Started doing some free masters, and yeah, so thank you, Smudge from Mastering in the Box. If anybody wants Mastering in the Box tutorials, check out Mastering in the Box. You can click on his name in the chat, and Bob's your uncle. Thank you, thanks. That I'm glad that you like the rhythm. It's very like hip hoppy, but I like it. Or they like it. They thought it was relaxing. To me, it's not a. It was a little cheating to use this, but thank you. So now we're just looping this section. I'm just checking. This one's a little wonky. That one had a little phase. Now we'll just extend that last one and move to the next cue. Don't forget Command and S, kids. And then again, there's a little like break here. Woohoo! Really happy to hear all of that, Smudge. 19 song is a monster. Was that all one album, or was it like a double album, or what's going on there? That's a huge project. How we doing with the length? We're getting there. I'm gonna lengthen this entire bit. Command D. Whoops, Roonies. Little fade. Ungroup. Getting there. I think if we just loop this bit, we is done. Shiblamph, Subloinks. Maybe something like this, actually. Hear that little tail of the note, so I can just kind of do this actually. Maybe a little more. Good enough for government work, as they say. And now, yeah, now we got to the end. We're at the new song. When this was mastered, there's like a little click at the beginning, but it's okay. Oh, that sounded weird. I'm just gonna fade it one frame, bring it back one frame. I love this, is my favorite one. Oh, thank you, Sergio. Yeah, I mean, this layout is very inspired by like video editing software, right? You got your video up top. I have some of my windows on this side and some of my windows on this side. Because actions, I'm just used to them being there. FX browser, I want here so I can quickly drag them from here to here. And then I have my track manager here again for the same reason, like cross-checking and stuff. Got a video toolbar, which won't come in handy here. And then my regions and stuff like that are on this side. And mixer on the side. A couple of things here. I have another one for video editing, and that one looks like this, bigger video. That's when I'm actually editing the video itself. When I'm editing sound to video, I don't need the video this big. So I just switch to this one. So this track at the beginning is completely like instrumental. So actually, what would happen if we bring these two transients together? Ship lamps. Oh, the ship lamps. Yeah, that click at the beginning really bothers me. Yeah, you hear that little clickage? I mean, let's just bring this blap. Yeah, the other track already started, and this track is finishing. And again, little reverb sendage for the end. It's to make it a little more what's going on. I like that whenever I live stream, just something weird happens for like no reason. 18 sounds seems to do the trick. Oh, I do like the end of this too. And then the other tracks in business. This one's bassy, so actually let's do a reverse filter. So I'm gonna high pass this action. Let's just go splap, 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 and 40 hertz. Let's at this point just kind of start going to like 1,000. You're welcome, Sergio. That's cool. I think the project that you're doing, I think I saw the person posting about it on one of these groups that we're all on. But that's cool. Yeah. How was restoring like DAT stuff and that? Ha. This one has like a percussive intro and then it's just hella percussive. I normally do something else with the song. I go kind of to the middle. Overall, the mastering engineer, it's a guy from Switzerland I never heard of, but I think he did a great job, except on this song. Like, there's that click at the beginning, but overall, I think it's not like his best work. The other masters are really good, and this one's a little weird. Smudge, what do you think about the mastering on this, or anybody else? About the yoga flow. Yeah. I mean, this is a yoga series for pregnant ladies specifically. So it's very light yoga. Without the voiceover, it's hard to tell like what's happening. And also, this is a Swiss German series, so you gotta speak Swiss German to understand it. But yeah, it seems to be really kind of like light yoga activities, well shot and stuff. They obviously haven't color graded this, and this is a like 480p quality just for it to be low size. But yeah, it's nice. Alright, well, I was doing something different. Am I hearing things out of sync? I think so. I think I got a little delay. Either that or these lengths have been moved. Nah, let's just do one and then see. Let's see where we're at. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. And now I make this one bigger. fine. I'm just hearing things with a delay, which is slightly jarring. Yeah, very small target demographic. I think they're doing an English version, like they're finishing the Swiss German version because they have some clients. But then they are doing an English version, which would be cool because I'll make more from royalties. Um, but also, I mean, say what you want about Swiss people, they got money, so I think they're charging a lot for these videos. And I'm getting, well, I don't know if I should say this. I will say this. We're all friends here. I'm getting only 5% of the profits on this. So it's not bad. But they paid me up front for composing and editing. So the royalties was just a sweetener for them to get a discount up front because they didn't have too much money. So basically, I get royalties as like a contingency installment payment. This is a little break. When they're too short, you don't want to loop anything too short or it'll be noticeable. I want to do something longer. Oh, and then I love these parts. I genuinely like the music on this, and I'm really glad that they didn't want it to be exclusive because I think I'll upload this stuff to music libraries. Though I don't own the master, so I gotta get somebody to master it. Hint, hint. Oh, Bo, you're editing music? Cool. What for? Tell us about your project. That was smooth. Oh, because that wasn't the loop. That wasn't as smooth. Splap. Splap. That's pretty smooth. How we doing? I just need a little bit more. Think we'll be okay if I just loop this little bit. Splaps. Soink. No, not quite there yet. It's a metal bit covered up. That bit is too melodic to like loop. Whoa, did you all hear that? No, that just doesn't work. There's a little drum solo here, so let's just get past that. Yeah, I think I'll loop this bit. Splap, sploop, spleep. Oh, cool. Your own song, your music editing. Cool. I mean, the type of music editing we're doing here is like already mixed music editing, which is a lot different than like editing like recordings of music. I'm just putting the cues to where the client wants it and like lengthening or shortening it based on what they want to do. But maybe you'll pick up a few tips. No, don't like that. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works for me. And no, we're still not. Well, we're almost there, but not quite. What was Q5? Oh, well, there you go. Maybe we are there. What I'm gonna do is, no, let's lengthen it. Let's just lengthen this little bit. Little bits. Hey, is your mouth tiny and small? You eat food, it gets stuck in your lips. That was a little wonky. I guess with this one you want to go short because some percussive element is doing like 30-second notes. And maybe like this. So then the end has some percussive elements. And the other thing can already start. I'll just kind of line those up. That's all right. Boom, so smooth. Song to song, no work needed. Actually, maybe I want a little bit of high pass action. Maybe not like all the way. And maybe a straight one. Oh yes, 16-bit. It's weird how, I guess it's kind of like 16-bit and 24-bit for me. It's always like, you know, when we played PS1, we thought, wow, how can graphics get any better than this? And then PS2 came, and then you look at a PS1 game like, ew, how did I not see all this pixelation? That's how I feel like after working in 24-bit to go back to 16, like, it used to be okay, but now, Jesus. Let me put a little reverb. So really, y'all, I'm a 3-trick pony. Reverbs at the tail, sometimes delay, sometimes low pass. Maybe, you know what, in the interest of being a 3-trick pony, what if I did a little bit of reverb up front? Yeah. one is my least favorite cue, so I'll try to try to loop it without showing any of it. It gets so hard to loop. Because this one has pads, so evolving pads are the hardest things to loop. But we'll have a go. Hey, that was alright. The end of this is very vibration-y. I actually do want to loop it more. Yeah, that'll work. Is anyone having a good day? Just to have enough to work with at the end. No, that's gonna go back. So same trick as before. Instead of doing this, which doesn't sound like a natural decay, I'm going to be doing this. And I can show y'all another good trick. Select every nth item. No, where is my select every? Huh. There it is. No. There it is. Select every nth item. So I want to remove every second item. This is a good way of doing that. Except I want to deselect this one, and I want to get rid of those. And this one is good to bring together and crossfade. Did I make that? I might have made that. Triple imps. Yeah. So let's see what it is. Move selected items to each other, which is Archie. Crossfade adjacent selected items. a lot more of a smooth decay. That said, I wanted a little shorter than that. Sublimes. This is a good one. Mouse modifier to get and ripple. And then way too much info up top. Too much analog goodness. And yeah, maybe a little more. And the other track is already starting there. I'll leave it. Let's see, we got space to work with. Yeah, I'll bring it back. What is happening click-wise? Y'all hearing that? Hey. I heard some clicks. Yeah, there's a click there. That shouldn't be it. I guess it's not there. It could be just because I'm monitoring through something for the stream that some of this stuff is happening. Sublimes. Whoa, you see that time selection? That's not good. Big high pass energy. Whoa there. That's the song that used to be kind of Pink Floydy and now it's in major. There you go, got a new sub for Mastering in the Box. Awesome. Yeah, enjoy. I'm hearing a lot of clicks that I think are because I'm using VB cable. I'll up my thingamajig. But the clicks are not in the music. This one needs to be lengthened by a bunch. So let's just loop this. No, that wasn't so good. That was okayer. Oh, good point. Yes, let's take a short break and tell y'all about our Discord. I would show you my face at this point, but who needs it? What am I doing? All right, so y'all, we got this Discord group. It's awesome. You got a few moderators. You got Mike from Let's Talk About Reaper. You got Marty V. Got Adam from Hot Pole Studios. Me. John Tidy of the Reaper blog. We should definitely have Smudge on there as well. So there's this page that automatically kind of posts everybody's videos. I thought it would post my live stream, but evidently not. It did not post my live stream. So that's sad. I'm just going to tell people about it. How do you tell people about your live stream? I always just kind of go online. But anyway, let's not get all ADD here. So, what this Discord group is a Discord server where you can get help for Reaper, stuff like that. Oh, yeah, didn't grab the live stream streaming now if anybody wants to join. Good one. All right. So what we do around these here parts is that you can ask for help on this Discord server, general Reaper help. I just made somebody a custom action, and then another person was like, I got a better one, and it is a better one. So good job, Eric T-Bone Jackson. Really killed it. Very nice, very nice. So people share scripts, people, ask for help. So one person wanted to do a fade thingy. So it's a good group. So join us, and you can stay up to date with video tutorials. You can ask your questions. Mix critique is going on. Plugins, scripting, which I'll be a student in this one. Themes, which, if you're into that sort of thing, I'm a default dark man myself. Video editing action, and I'll be sharing some stuff. Somebody asked, what is your workflow to create those neat GIF videos? Lice cap. All right, somebody already mentioned that. I'll be sharing some neat tricks, so come join us. And if you want to come join us, how's about I make you go watch my latest video called Q&A, where I answer questions. It's got a nice icon. I'm a new GIMP user, so this icon is my favorite thing that I ever made. Like, I'm more proud of this icon than all my tutorials put together. Look at this baby. I mean, it's low quality, but look at this baby. It's lovely. I really geeked out on it and really like it. Look at it. I'm more proud of this than any audio achievement that I've ever had. So anyway, so that's the Discord. If you want to join, go watch this video, and there will be a link in the description to join our Discord server. Just don't be like, don't. The whole point of this Discord server, I guess, is that there's a lot of, pardon my French, people on Facebook. So we just want a nice environment where people are nice to each other, which Reaper is already the best network for this. People on Ableton forums are just like yelling at each other and roasting each other. So Reaper is already way better than any group I've seen, but still, let's just keep it all friendly on that Discord. All right, onwards and upwards. Did a little thing. Wow. I need to extend this song for about the length of itself. So there's a guitar bit here, which I really like. So I'm just gonna maybe loop this guitar bit. How many times? I'm gonna loop each section. And then also... and maybe a little bit. the last one doesn't work. And then see if we can do this. I'm gonna just loop this entire section. Yeah, I like that. Lovely. I was thinking that I just plugged the Discord group, but at the same time, probably everybody watching is from Discord, so I don't know how how many people we got from that little plug, but hopefully less than 10, more than 0. Then there's a little bridge. Nice, nice. Yeah, when this song was in a minor key, it was very freaking psychedelic. So it was a free improvisation, a tempo bit. We're just gonna skip that. So another trick, if you're making loop-based music, you don't need to start everything at 1, but if you start everything at 2, also end the next iteration of the loop the same way. So I got this little taiko roll. And then I got it at the end here too. So it helps you loop this ish. Shibloims, get out of me. Beautiful. And now you got like a variation on your taiko roll as well. So that's just a bonus. Wait, did I want to duplicate that? No. Maybe I do. No, I don't. Any questions? Everybody having a bully day? Whoa, that was too long. Whatever I did applied to both. Let's just shrink this baby. Shift it a little bit. Boom, we're looping. Bigger. John. The faster things are, or the lead instrument is, the tighter you gotta edit. That was alright, right? Not too much. Then, if all else fails, you drag into the next loop. That's alright. Oh, I got a genius idea. Whoopsies. We're almost there. So let's see, after doing all this looping, we got 6 extra seconds we need to pull out of thin air. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send a bunch of reverb to this. Okay, so that's the first thing. And this track is already going to the delay, but the delay is all automated down. So then I'm going to turn up the delay also gradually. And this delay, I guess I should have shown it earlier. Well, we'll have to adjust this, but it's a simple delay, like a ping pong delay. And then the ping pong delay itself is pitched 1 octave up. So it's like fluttery and nice and buttery, and you can make things longer with it. And also, my reverb has a little bit of feedback on it. So we can up the feedback, we can increase the decay time. And that way, we'll have hopefully elongated the tail of this track so that it makes it to the end music. Did I not add the end music here? Yeah, we have an end music. The ending music is completely a tempo, so we don't need a click guide for that. We'll just figure out how to make this longer. I've never had to make this one longer, so we shall see. Let's listen from here and let's see how much longer we made it. That got a little loud in some parts, so I'm just gonna dial it back. But in terms of how much length we added to this song, yeah, it ends like there. And even the end is very quiet, so yeah, we added some length to it. Let's listen to it one more time. Yeah, that's alright. And the old Jennifer Lopez. And then we're at this little conjunction. that's the end song. We gotta make it a little longer. And I've never had to make this longer, so what is my strategy? It's very simple. I cut it here. Do a little bit of this. Whoopsies. It's all very tonal, this one. Yeah, that works for me. And then for the end, there we go. Okay, that transition felt okay. On this track, I actually want to have a little less noise action. That sounded okay. And then maybe just bring it down a little bit. And maybe I can now. Yep, that's fine. Last frame is there. Boom. And there's our episode. So with all my yapping, it took me, including yaps, it took me 90 minutes to do a 1.5 hour show, which is not bad. I've done faster when I'm not yapping. So now that I'm done, I can go to my render page. I'll obviously do this after I've done all 3 episodes, but you can open your region matrix. Let me just pop this one out. Region render, and you can go master mix. So let me make a few more just to show you. Session 5. Okay. So now in my region matrix, I can open it. I can go master mix 1, 2. It does region music stem. It'll do a render. It'll take a while. And that's it. That's how you do that. So now that I'm done with this episode, I'll just go to marker utilities. I go save marker set. I go session 7. I may have already done this actually. Yeah, when nothing happens, that means that you've already done this. So I can just go delete all markers, and now again I can start fresh from here. So that is it for today, everybody. Thanks for watching. If anybody has questions, I'll wait like a couple of minutes. If anybody has any final questions, comments, thoughts, put them in the comments. If you like the work I do, you can donate to me through buymeacoffee.com, the link of which should be in the description of this video, but I am a forgetful Fred sometimes. It's not. So I'm just gonna real quick copy it from here, break that 4th wall. So if you want to donate to me, buy me a coffee, that'll be nice. And I'll make videos forever. hopefully. Or, you know, whatever forever means. Yeah, big project. I mean, each of these is an hour long, so already we're in like the 35th hour of this project. Works fine. One thing I didn't do, just because it takes a really long time, is that I also cut ambiences to this last cue, the ambience stuff. I didn't do that just now, just because it's this was already painful to watch, so that one's real painful to watch. Yeah, if you have questions, join us on the Discord. Put them in the comments. You know, am starting slowly to kind of wonder what else to do tutorials on. So, you know, suggestions are always welcome. You want to see all my custom actions, let me know. All that stuff. No questions. Whoa, what the hell happened here? Something happened here. I gotta check this again. Of course, this happens on a live stream. What the hell happened here? I don't know what the hell happened there. Gotta check it though. Which is why we have our session markers. What the F, man? What the hell? Guess I'm cutting that again, but really, 20 videos, nothing happens, or 13 videos or whatever, so far nothing happens, and then suddenly you do a live stream, all the bad things happens there. So I'll have to check that. So if there are no more questions, I will be signing off now. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, all that jazz. Adios, mi amigos. Buenos Aires. All right.